This commenter on TikTok says, so you know how T voice is something that is audible to other queer people? Could you explain what the features of that voice are? The T voice that this commenter is referring to is the voice that some people get as a result of taking testosterone. This is a bit of a misnomer because literally every voice that has been altered by testosterone could be considered a T voice, but what this commenter is referring to is the voice that is unique to some trans men and trans masculine folks who take testosterone. This voice is characterized by a thick vocal fold mass, which you can sometimes hear as a buzziness, a slight drop in pitch from that person's baseline, and a relatively bright resonance. It might sound something like this. This type of voice is more likely to result if a person starts testosterone later in life, like 30 plus, because later in life, it's more likely that the cartilage of the larynx will have ossified, which means it can't grow with testosterone and create more space for vocal folds to vibrate and more space for resonance. This can limit how deep the pitch of the voice can drop and also how dark the voice can sound. But in addition to this, older folks will have more ingrained vocal habits, which means that they're more likely to maintain the height of their larynx instead of letting it drop to create a darker resonance while speaking, because that's likely how they've always spoken all of their life, and that's what's comfortable for them. I want to highlight that I said more likely because this is not always the case, and I've definitely seen people in their 30s and 40s who didn't get the T voice. But I also want to add that this type of voice is by no means a negative thing. In fact, I have had many students intentionally wait to start taking T because they wanted to sound clockably trans, because being trans is super cool. But if you don't like this for yourself, check out my masculinizing playlist for tips on darkening resonance, because those things will have an appreciable effect on that sound of voice. I hope this helps.